Hi, it's Rob from Progressive Property here. The reason I'm smiling and I'm red-faced is because this is about the 30th take. This is the one. This is a really, really important, urgent video because people keep coming up to me saying, I love property, yes I want it for the long term, yes I know it can change my life, but here are my problems. I can't get a mortgage, I haven't got any money, I need to earn money right now, I've got really bad credit. And traditionally, 2 or 3 years ago, we'd be saying buy, hold, if you can't get a mortgage, you know, go away and try and get yourself sorted and come back. Completely changed now, the landscape is completely changed. So what I've done is I've extracted and summarised a section we run at our mastermind, our property buying frenzy event, just for you here. And this is the 6 ways that you can essentially create cash out of nowhere by turning, flipping, passing on deals that you don't even yet know that you can do, but you can quite easily, that you wouldn't even want to hold in your portfolio anyway, that you never used to be able to do. So the strategies are the IR, the FF, the PPD, the PP, there's the turning and the flipping, and the R2O or the sandwich lease option. So there's lots of different ways. Now a lot of those might have sounded like kind of French or German or acronyms to you. So I'm going to try and explain some of those to you now to show you just how much things have changed. We're in the age of the entrepreneur, the individual. The pension companies are not swallowing up the portfolios anymore. There are so many deals out there. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you proof of a deal we flipped and we got the money in our bank yesterday. We made nearly 25 grand on one deal flipping it, a deal that you could have done yourself in your area with little or no experience and no time. So how could you turn a deal you didn't want into money? Well, number one, if you remember from my previous videos in the blogs, more and more people are coming into property from other areas, maybe more risk-averse people who traditionally would just keep their money in the bank. They're not earning in the bank, and so now they've got to invest this money, otherwise they're not even making above the rate of inflation. So there's all these people out there who need you. And by you, I mean someone, you don't have to be a mega property expert, you just need to be able to find the odd deal, which maybe compared to some of the ones we show you aren't amazing, but it's better than someone who could get it on the high street or a first-time buyer, which is quite easy. If you can have a deal like that, people like that are going to flock to you. But the challenge is that they don't just go, rah, look at me, I've got 200 grand to invest tattooed on their chest. But I'm going to tell you where and how to find them. And they will find you because they're looking. So you could do the FF strategy where you just charge a finder's fee. So pretty much hands-on for the potential investor, but in this market you could take any deal, maybe it's only 20% below and you want the 30% below, and you could sell them for 1.5 to 2.5% of the purchase price. Fairly standard procedure. You could build on that and turn it into the PPD, a strategy we go into in detail, which is the pre-packaged deal, which is doing a similar thing, but maybe you find them a tenant, maybe you could get a survey done and have a real-life valuation. So it's almost in the middle between hands-on, so the finder's fee where they have to do it all themselves, and hands-off, which is the PB, which is the portfolio building, one of the services that we offer. And you can get between £5,000 and £7,000 per deal doing a PPD. Just before I start talking about some more and give you some proof, I'm just going to help you, because a lot of people say, well, that's fine and I can do it and I know how to do it and I'm ready and I've been on your courses and I'm ready and I'm going to be one of your 20 property millionaires, but where do I find them? Well, here's some specific places. Tycoon-Forum. Someone we know very well, Palm Deep Bangladesh runs that. You've got Singing Pig, you've got Love Property, and other property forms. People are selling deals all over the place on those. You've got social media. Our mastermind, we do a whole section on social media because the property landscape, in fact, life as we know it, has completely changed. And social media is the revolution at which you can take your business, and just a few simple strategies, a few simple tweaks can really make the difference in the amount of money you can make in your life. To give you an example, a lady I know, her first 6 properties she bought, she found tenants through Facebook. So Facebook and Twitter are other places, and if you don't know the strategies, we can help you with that, where you can find these investors. The networking events, our Property Mastermind, our Buying Frenzy event, the Berkshire Property Meet or your local investor events, property investor events, you'll find these people. You'll find them at Rotary clubs, charity balls, all that kind of thing. So they are out there. The sandwich lease option is a way you can take a traditional lease option and then you can find a tenant buyer and you can charge them a fee and you can just pass the option on to them. And there's a lot of people doing those at the moment, and we're doing those. And if you wanted to make it even less risky so that you didn't even charge an upfront fee and you could still make significant money, and a lot of people are doing this, it's very clever. We use irrevocable requests all the time, and if you want to know more about it in terms of the legalities, just drop us a line, we'll put you in touch with our solicitor. But basically, you could find a property you didn't want, say 20% below. You wouldn't want that because you'd want the 30% below. You can then flip it, if you like, onto a first-time buyer who would love a 10% discount because, you know, they're in the world of finding a property to live in, a house. A living mindset, not a rental mindset. So they'd happily buy a property that they love at 10% below. And that 10% difference between the 20 and the 10, if you use an irrevocable request, you can take that whole bit, that whole £10,000 out of the deal. It's very, very powerful. And you know, how many of them do you need to do a year to replace your income? Not that many. So it's not like massive loads of work and time and energy. It's not get rich quick, and it does take a bit of effort, but you know, between 5 hours a week and 5 hours a month, I tell you, you can do this. So just before we go, I want you to look at the screen and look at this deal personally. So on this screen that's here, you'll notice this is a screenshot from our bank account, our online account, and at the bottom where Mark has artistically drawn this arrow, there is a payment from Perry Palman, who's our solicitor, for £131,444.35. That came in on the 8th of September. The next statement below, the statement of account, you can see about 3 or 4 bits down, the purchase price of the property. Initial purchase price was $92,500, and you can see all the sundry costs. This is an actual printout of our statement of account from our from Move Home Legal. And then you can see the updated account, and here you can see the sale price is £135,000. Completion date 7th of September 2009, and you can see all the fees. And then what Mark's done is he's taken a small screenshot, just a little part of our deal scrutinizer. Look at all the costs and look at the bottom, a profit of £24,005.93. How many of them do you need to do a year to make this a serious business for you in terms of cash flow? Please leave a comment, please get in touch, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Speak to you soon.